Hi, loves. Welcome to my channel. I am Lerny Lomotey. You're here to feel the woman, the energy, the vibe, the sauce.
Hi there, thanks for clicking to watch this video. Like the title says, we are going to be doing a detailed step-by-step beginner-friendly makeup tutorial, and of course without lashes. I literally just took out my braids and I like how my hair is looking. I just decided to do some baby hairs to, a little bit, but yeah, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. Before we continue, let me get my microphone, okay? So hopefully the sound is better now. You're able to tell the difference in the sound. I'm excited about the video. I have so much energy considering the time of day it is. 12:42 a.m. I decided to take out my braids like I already said, and yeah, taking my shower. Like you can see, my hands are dry, my face is dry. Let's get in to moisturize and then we get on with the makeup, okay? I'm using this Asare body butter. I'm moisturizing my lips using Carmex. I love Carmex so much. This is a new one I've opened. I can't begin to count the number of Carmex I've gone through. I can't. I have another mirror to this side, and so if you catch me peeping, that's the reason. I'm going to prime next, and I'll be using my Milk Hydro Grip primer. So I'm cleaning it because it touched my skin, using the same brush that we used to moisturize. Because this is a beginner friendly tutorial, we're going to start literally from the top. So standardly I do my skin first, but I have you in mind, and so we are going to do our brows first. And so because of all the grease in the brow, we are going to go ahead and mattify the brows first using this powder. This is the Mercier powder in translucent. Tap, tap, tap. You can almost immediately see that area is mattified. So we're going to comb through the brows and then go in with this got to be. This is the same glue I use for my edges, so it's an edges and brow glue. Just going to go in with a little bit, guys, and then breathe through your brows. To be sure it's dry, you can just touch it a little bit and you will know, because it will be hard. We're going to go in to outline our brows and then slightly fill it in. In outlining the brow, just make sure to go in with short strokes. And I'm not starting from the beginning, I'm starting from maybe a quarter way. Then I'm going to bring it down to meet that first line. So now that this is done, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with light strokes, okay? Once you're done outlining and filling in, it's time to clean it up with your concealer and foundation. Before we go into clean it up, however, we are going to brush through it just to make sure there's no line of demarcation here. and to properly distribute the pencil throughout your brows. To conceal the brows, you can use two brushes, okay? This is a flat rounded brush, which I love to use, and this is also a tapered brush, a flat tapered brush, okay? Which do we use? Okay, we use this for the bottom and this for the top, so this will go with the concealer. Okay, I'm using this Zikel concealer. That's the name, Zikel concealer. This is their Second Skin HD lightweight waterproof full coverage concealer. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that here. Now the reason we'll be using two brushes for concealer and foundation is just so that, let me show you what I'm doing. Properly coating the brush, right? Yes, I was saying the reason we're using two different brushes is just so that the concealer doesn't get into the foundation and mix it up here. The reason we will also be using foundation for the top is so that it blends with the rest of our forehead. So with the same short precise strokes, we've cleaned up under the brow, and then to further blend, don't blend this way, blend it down so that you don't mess up that work that you've done. Okay, then we are going to go in with a foundation. I'm going in with this Milani Conceal and Correct 2-in-1 foundation. You're going to lay it flat this way, still with your short precise strokes. And to help you get your pointed tip, you know, with the concealer we took it beyond the pencil, so you do same with the foundation, take it beyond the pencil, right? And then just as you blend it down for the concealer, for the foundation you blend up. Ladies and gentlemen, I've tried to make the brows look the same. If they are not, voila. I'm going to use this brush. This is a firmer blending brush. Just go onto that brush that I used for foundation, then it's looking like this. Just blend. Now that the brows are done, we're going to move on to eyeshadow. To do our eyeshadow, we are going to go in with this concealer. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in golden. Now we are using a much lighter concealer because we want our eyeshadows to pop. Ideally, I would just apply this concealer and go straight in with the eyeshadow, but we are going to set it with a powder first. If you have an eyeshadow primer, you can use that as well. So just blend it in, but push it in. Okay, blend, 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 blend. To further blend, I'm going to go in with a beauty blender. Once the blend is done to your satisfaction, you're going to set that. Remember to tap off the excess powder. I want you guys to see that we are tapping that off. Then go into set. We'll be doing a one color eyeshadow today, and to achieve that we are going to use this brown from the Juvia's Zulu palette. I'm going to properly coat the brush in the eyeshadow, tap it off, and then begin. So with this step, you are tapping and pushing it in just to make sure your product is properly distributed. Now in a few minutes you would know why we are using a blending brush. You can also use a flat brush for this step. Flat brushes pack on more product than blending brushes, and so if that is what you want to go for, you can go for that. For a good eyeshadow application, blend into your crease and a little above it. So just find your crease, which is here, and then you know that you're going a little above, like you can see the demarcation there. Okay, now I'm sure you can see a line of demarcation which we do not want to see. So with the same blending brush, with no more product and with the lightest of flakes, we are going to just, in circular motion, blend the edges of your eyeshadow. I'm going to have something like this. Let me come closer. When you're done, we'll come back to doing the eyeshadow a little later, but let's go on and do our liner. We're going to use a pen liner. I find that it's easier as a beginner to use a pen liner or a pencil liner in comparison to using a cream liner. Okay, so this pen liner we are using is from NYX. We're just going to draw a really simple eyeliner. Okay, so just make sure that you are drawing as close to your lash line as possible. And that's it. Let's go ahead and do our complexion. For foundation, again, I'm going to go in with the Milani, a few pumps of that. Ideally, I would have used 2 pumps, but the pump is giving me problems, so I can't even tell. So I just have to keep pumping. There is a lot of product in this, so guys, it has stopped pumping. No, don't do this to me. Okay, so I've just decided to open it up because I think the problem is with the pump, but we are still going to use what we have here first. Okay, so you're just going to apply your foundation and push it in. Push it in, don't sweep it, push it in. Guys, don't forget your jawline and under your neck, just so that you don't have like a defined line here, right? To further blend the foundation, I'm just going to use the beauty blender, the butt of the beauty blender, to pick up the remaining product on the brush. We are going to conceal first with a skin tone concealer, or a concealer that is a shade lighter, and then another that is about 3-4 shades lighter to brighten the under eye. Now once you're about starting your concealer, you have to prep your powder as well, so that once you're done, you set. Okay, especially if you are one who has a lot of creases under your eye or who creases easily, just prep your powder. So we are concealing under the eye, bridge of the nose, forehead, Cupid's bow, chin. I'm going to bring the concealer a little bit on the nose. That will also help with slimming up the nose. We're going to go in to start blending, okay? But we'll leave the under eye and blend that last. Just make sure to also go over the edges so you don't have any lines. It's time to blend the under eye. So start from the edges and go in. We are going to come back to the highlighter shortly, but before then, let's contour. I'm contouring using the Black Opal Stick Foundation. This is in the shade Ebony. I'm going to use the butt of the beauty sponge, the same one that I used to blend in the rest of my foundation. We are going to be contouring the hollows of our cheeks and blending upwards. Can you tell the difference if I look straight at you? Here and here. Can you? Okay, we're going to blend our forehead as well. With the remaining product on the beauty sponge, we're going to go in and pinch it to help with our nose contour. Your nose contour should be coming from somewhere, so that's a little from under your brow and down the bridge of your nose. This is where we come back to the concealer. I'm going to go in with the lighter concealer I told you about. Make sure that you blend your under eye again and then go in. I like to further bring it down my nose. Now it's time to set with your powder, but before you do that, you're going to again look up, blend to make sure there are no creases. We are going to push in the powder to set, but also make sure you take off the excess powder and then set. Once the under eye is set, you can go ahead and set the rest of your face. So wherever you put a concealer, make sure you set. So, being a beginner-friendly tutorial, we are not going to bake. I love to bake, but I'm doing this with you in mind. We're going to go into contour using this Juvia's Place palette in deep dark. It looks like this on top to set the cream contour. So going in with this angled brush. It's not a hard, angled brush. It's quite soft. Just going to dip into the powder and set your contour. Make sure to overlap your contour and your highlighted area just at the edges this way, so that we don't see where your contour starts, or we don't see where the highlight ends. I'm going to go in with that same contour powder, but with a slimmer brush for my nose. Now remember, I told you that your contour should be coming from somewhere, and so just as we did our cream contour, we are going to do our powder contour just from slightly under your brows. And then while you are bringing it down on the bridge of your nose, you are blending in as well. You are taking it in. So down and in. You're going to go in with own shade of powder. I'm using this So Aesthetic powder. It's a Ghanaian brand. It's really good. I love it. So you're just going to use that for the rest of our face. And a little on the highlighted areas. You're sure that you're not going to get any flashback. I'm not using a ton of powder, you can tell, just a little, but we are going to just use that to bring everything together. If there are any harsh lines, this step will get rid of it. Just as we used a lighter concealer for the inner corner, I'm going to use this light powder. This is Maybelline's Fit Me Matte Poreless powder. This is in caramel. So I'm just going to go in with this Real Techniques brush. Then just push that powder just into that corner. Did it make a difference? Can you tell? Now just remember that in all of this, you should be light-handed with your products. If not, because you're using a lot, because there are lots of steps, you're going to be cakey. But here we are, complexion done. Let's set. Okay, I'm going to be setting using this So Pro Seal and Slay. I love this so much. Like, it locks in the makeup even when you sweat. It locks in the makeup. It locks it in. I'm going to go ahead and finish our eye makeup. I'm going to be using this Maybelline Lasting Drama pencil, and we are going to be lining our waterline. Now, to be able to line your waterline, which is here, and then tight line, which is here, is called tight lining. To be able to do that at the same time, there's an easy way. Now, you put the pencil right at your outer corner, close your eyes, and do some back and forth. Go a little below my waterline, bring it together here. Now I'm just going to clean my pencil. The next time I just have to sharpen and then use it. I'm going to go in with this really tiny blending brush, and then we are going to go back in to that Juvia's Place palette, and you are going to blend, just blend. See guys, this looks much better, doesn't it? So we are going to finish up with that. We are going to finally finish off the eyes using this Zaron mascara. I like it because it has a bigger end and a bigger brush and a smaller brush. So the bigger one obviously is for the top, is for your upper lashes, and then the smaller is for your lower lashes. So Just going to coat this. Time for lower lashes. Get into how tiny this is. Good for precision. Almost done. Just about 4 more steps and we are done. We're going to go in again with same palette, but this time going in with this for blush. Okay, Juvia's Place. This is very pigmented, so we're just going to use a light hand. Okay, going in with this blush brush from Real Techniques. I love blush on nose, guys, so just see how I'm going lightly. Hi, Bambi. Then we are going to place the blush in between our contour area and highlighted area, aka highest point of cheek. And then it's time to highlight. I'm using this loose highlight pigment. This is from Evita Joseph in Cosmos. I love this highlighter so much. It's really pigmented, so you go in with the lightest hand, guys. The lightest hand. I always even use the product in the cover. This is what I'm going to use. And then going in with this fluffy brush, tap off again, place highlighter on the highest point and blend. If you blend it well, when you look straight, nobody sees a line of demarcation, but when you turn, hello highlighter. We're also going to put some highlighter on our chin, Cupid's bow, forehead, in between the brows, and then go in with a tinier brush. This is what I use for my nose contour, by the way. Just skin is completely done. Let's do our lips. Now I'm going in with this MAC lip pencil. This is in Chestnut. I'm going to just first line my lower lip, and then I'm going to press it together. So that just gives me, you know, sort of a guide. I love a good overline. Smack to blend. Then I'm going to go in with this Zikel clear gloss. Then I'm going to go in with this Broadway. This is their rose hip oil, ultra lip rose hip oil. I like to top any lip with this, especially if it's gloss. This or the other ones, they have the coconut oil and another one, the mint, I think. Now this gives it a smoother, glossier finish. And that's it, guys. We're done. But before I push this back, let me just clean it. I love how I look. I love the look. I do. So yes, this is the finished look, guys. When I said detailed step by step, I meant detailed step by step. If you've watched to this point, thank you so much for watching. I hope you took some notes. You can let me know what you think. No, you should let me know what you think about this look in the description box, okay? And thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and then also like, comment and share, the whole 9 yards. Thanks so much for watching. I enjoyed doing this look. I enjoyed the entire process of doing this look, and I hope you did too. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.
I am giving you an assignment to go look for me on social media. I'll see you in my next video, loves. Bye.